Yes, here I am outside an establishment called Retro Bowl in the year 2026. At one time, however, this establishment was known as McBowl, and it opened in 1958.
Step aside, please.
Wow.
Gilligan, not now. Wait till after I throw the strike. Then you can say wow.
The McCoy brothers, mainly Harrison McCoy, operated Retro Bowl. I remember Harrison McCoy most vividly. Seemed like he was there the most often. And this establishment was sold in 1987. It was no longer owned by the McCoy family at that time.
Wow!
There, you said it yourself.
We better get inside. Gilligan, not now!
Ron McCoy is warped.
That's time warped?
Gilligan, little buddy! Oh, my goodness! Don't move a muscle, Gilligan. I'll get the professor and I'll be right back.
That's not a good sign for our friend Gilligan. However, that sign that you see over my right shoulder to your left said McBowl, and the sign looked like the sign that you see here on my shirt. And I bowled many, many times in leagues, beginning when I was in second grade. And my dad enrolled me in a bowling league during the 1968-1969 school year, about halfway. And all of the other bowlers were older than I. But through the years, I continued to bowl in a league when this establishment was McBowl. My last season bowling was my 8th grade year, 1974-1975. However, during 1997-1998, my fellow teachers and I from Manor Hill Elementary School formed a bowling team, and we bowled here. So, Retro Bowl, as McBowl, played a very important role in my life. So, McBowl was set to open on August 16, 1958. Let's take a jaunt backward through time via an article found in the Liberty Tribune. Grand opening of the newly constructed McBowl, 906 West Highway 10 in Liberty, will be held Saturday, August 16. J.H. McCoy, manager, announced today. McCoy extends an invitation to all to visit McBowl Saturday and inspect the new modern bowling facilities. In connection with the event, the management will provide free refreshments, orchids for the ladies, free bowling, limit of 2 free lines, and prizes. A Zenith transistor radio, Brunswick bowling ball, bowling bag, and a pair of bowling shoes will be awarded during the grand opening. The opening will begin at 1 p.m. Saturday. That evening there will be an exhibition of matched teams. The facilities are so modern and up to date that some of the equipment ordered has not rolled off the assembly line in time for the grand opening. However, the small amount of new equipment yet to arrive includes furniture, and all the facilities necessary for good bowling are available for Saturday. McBowl is equipped with Brunswick automatic pin setters, and the building is air conditioned with 2 7.5 ton air conditioners. Automatic pin setters? Wrong decade. Adequate parking. An asphalt area for about 45 cars is in front of the building. Room can be provided for about 100 cars on the building site. The bowling alley was built by the McCoy brothers, Ted and Melvin. J.H. McCoy is manager and John Sumter is assistant manager and in charge of the machines. This is more like it. Those who attend the grand opening may want to inquire about participating in league bowling. McBowl still has openings for men's teams early and late Monday and late Thursday and mixed leagues early and late Friday. A team that bowls in the Classic League at the North Kansas City Bowl will be matched against a team of selected local players in an exhibition 8 p.m. Saturday. Classic League team members include Dr. Alan Stewart, Robert Hamer, Bill Neal, Bill Kinney, and Curtis Hay. Participating on the local team will be Clarence Evans, Ed Kelly, Clyde Cook, Don Huff, and Stan Bortko. And while Retro Bowl has all of the modern bowling amenities, McBowl, experiencing that was quite different. Now, McBowl had the modern amenities for the late 60s, 70s, and early to mid 80s. Scorekeeping was done by hand. If you were in a league, it was on a clear transparency, and it was projected up on the screen for all to see. Here's my dad rolling a strike at McBowl in 1971. When I was a kid, both of my parents bowled in a league at McBowl on Thursday night, and the custom was that we kids, my sisters and I, would go with our parents, and when we were young enough, we walked all the way back to the back of the McBowl Bowling Center, past the den of the pin setters, and there was a room that was the nursery, and a woman named Mrs. Mary Babbs was in charge. We would go in and we would play dominoes with her. There were some games and things that we could do. One time we found magnets in the bottom of a box and had so much fun experimenting with those magnets. But then, as we started getting older, Mrs. Babbs said to us, maybe you should talk to your parents because you're getting a little old to be coming back to the nursery. At which point, then we started spending time at the desks, the tables behind where all of the bowlers were bowling. We took coloring books. I took something called Crazy Ikes to build things with. My sister Sandy and I would roll a Super Ball back and forth along the floor, hoping no one would notice. We loved raiding the vending machine. Those little Lance crackers were so delicious. In other words, it was quite an adventure. Here is a woman. Her name was Cleora, and she ran the front desk on certain shifts. As I said, I bowled in a league. My dad was one of the bowling coaches. Here I am, bowler Ronnie McCoy, in all my glory. And here is a sampling of some of my bowling teams during the time that I bowled in a league. In this photo, you will see my best friend since first grade. He and I lost contact in 1987 and just reconnected on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. He's the boy pictured on the far right of this photo. And there's my bowling shirt. It does have some patches on it, mostly because I was there every week. I must have loved one of my bowling shirts because I wore it outside the bowling alley. This was on my grandparents, McCoy, out on their farm, east of Liberty on Richfield Road. Also pictured in this scene is my grandfather, my grandmother, and my two sisters. Was I hyperactive, or did I just like being the center of attention? I even rode my bike around the neighborhood wearing my McBowl shirt. But Retro Bowl was not the only place that I bowled in a league. I also got to bowl at North Kansas City Pro Bowl and King Louis North. I think I'll visit North Kansas City Pro Bowl as it looks in the year 2026 first, but maybe I should change this shirt first. There, that's better, and it seems kind of like it's warm right now, so I don't think I need the coat either, but I do need to transport myself first to North Kansas City Pro Bowl. I'm in the lot of what used to be North Kansas City Pro Bowl, and at one time there was the Gold Buffet adjacent to that. All I see now is, well, the parking lot. After decades as the go-to option for bowling, banquets, and more in North Kansas City, the AMF Pro Bowl lanes and the attached Finnegan's Hall, which replaced Gold Buffet, closed abruptly this week. This was in 2021. City officials tell Fox 4 a private entity took ownership of the 10-acre site without providing further details on future plans for the property. There's a lot of memories attached to this building, longtime resident Mindy Hart said. As the head publicist for events like North Kansas City Snake Saturday Parade, Hart said, "It's definitely the end of an era." Yes, my Worlds of Fun chums and I bowled in a league here during the summer of 1980. It was a league sponsored by Worlds of Fun, and we had lots of fun. We also frequented the video arcade, which was included, and when we finished, we would often go and eat at the nearby Shoney's. Yes, this Denny's used to be Shoney's Big Boy. It's in North Kansas City on Armour Road, and my bowling team comprised of Mike Livingston, Hans Livingston, Mike Smith, Bobby Drake, yours truly, Ron McCoy, and Jeff Hatton. We also had nicknames, some of us. We referred to Mike Livingston as Captain James T. Kirk. Hans Livingston was Han Solo. Mike Smith was Chewbacca or Chewie. Bobby Drake was Mr. Spock. I, Ron McCoy, was appropriately enough Dr. McCoy. And Jeff Hatton, we never really had a nickname for him, but he loved to eat applesauce, so I'm going to refer to him as the Applesauce Boy. This building right here on Vivian Road used to house King Louis North, a bowling center at which I bowled in 2 leagues in 2 consecutive summers, 1982 and 1983. It was my family that bowled on a team, my dad, my mom, my grandmother, my sister, and myself. And we had a lot of fun. So King Louis once thrived in this area. There were several locations, including this one. But what happened to King Louis? Well, the original King Louis locations faced competition from newer alleys and changing demographics, leading to their eventual closure. The King Louis West building was purchased by Johnson County and transformed into a cultural hub, preserving some of its original architectural features. Today, the King Louis name is synonymous with nostalgia for many of the Kansas City area and representing a golden age of family entertainment, like it did for me. The Johnson County Arts and Heritage Center continues the spirit of gathering with its museum, theater, and art classrooms, welcoming visitors to make new memories.
Inside. Gilligan, not now!
Oh, I'm being pulled into another fantastic adventure somewhere along the infinite corridors of time. Here I am at the site of the once mighty Blue Ridge Mall. It's Blue Ridge Crossing now, but I'm going to be investigating Blue Ridge Mall. Yes, truly an invigorating topic.